What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another video here in awesome weather, Central North Carolina, at least right now. If you saw my video from Monday, we had to post that late in the evening. I finally, working with all the behind the scenes issues I've had, iOS 18 has changed photos. I think that's caused a little bit of problems with my editor. But long story short, the original video I had was done, ready to go. I couldn't get it to export into photos to be able to upload it. So I'm kind of looking and transitioning possibly into maybe putting some money towards a GoPro camera and be able to save it to an SD card and do some editing on my PC. I don't know, I'm debating that. I don't know if I want to go there. It's so much more convenient for what I do to have my phone, yet it can sometimes be aggravating when I've got personal things, then I've got lawn care things. I can't really archive some of the clips and pull them back up because I have to save space. So it's pros and cons. So I think the quality, we're doing this one in cinematic mode on iPhone. I think it looks amazing. It blurs the background a little bit, looks awesome. Anyways, you don't care about that, but we had some problems with the original big day video for the project lawn. So I apologize. It came out about 6 o'clock Monday evening, and I just wanted to follow up with a little bit of that with my thoughts. Number one, I think I figured out why I constantly get almost like exhausted and about pass out at the project lawn. And that's because if you'll notice at the very beginning where the big squares are for the septic tank, it's a metal church building right there, and the sun is hitting that metal building, and I think it's just bouncing off and cooking me, as well as hitting me directly. When it's hitting the metal building behind me, it's cooking me. It's like you're getting cooked on both sides like a piece of bacon, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's like, why every time I work out here am I just exhausted, sweating like a pig? It's never like that here at my lawn, and I think that's it with those metal buildings. It finally occurred to me. So anyways, we got through it. I have the utmost confidence in that process that we did on Monday, or excuse me, I did it on Friday. You saw it on Monday. We aerated, I aerated the mess out of that ground. It had rained the night prior, so we got good, deep cores pulled out with that aerator. And then turned around, I put tons. I put all 25 pounds of seed on that 3,200 square foot lawn, roughly. So I have the utmost confidence in it's going to be a thick, nice lawn if we can get germination and all that seed. And then the process of mixing the pre-germinated seed with the soil conditioner went well. I had to kind of bump the earthway a little bit and open it wide open to kind of make sure that it's spread evenly. I feel like we spread it evenly, and now it's just a matter, we've had rain twice since I've done the overseeding process, natural rain. We did have baby grass. I verified on Monday, the day that that video came out, that afternoon I saw we do have baby grass in multiple areas, likely that ryegrass. So, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on pre-germination now that I've done it, and I didn't really do it with the proper mixture. Again, I shouldn't have done it with a rye fescue mix. That's not what you want to really pre-germinate. You want to pre-germinate something like either tall fescue, Kentucky bluegrass. That's what we want to go with and do it for multiple days. I kind of did a variation of that, a altered version of it, but just for what I did, it was totally not worth it, because when I saw, and even when I showed you guys Monday, I don't know if I left it in because I had to do 2 different videos and I can't remember what's in the Monday video for the project lawn, but you saw the little pieces of ryegrass begin to pop. And as soon as I saw that on Wednesday, so 36 hours of water, I had ryegrass popping. And so I left them out for another 24 hours in the sack, no water, and then let it dry Friday morning. So it had a lot of time to dry out that half day while I aerated. And so spreading it was no issue, but there was no point in me doing that because it literally took 4 days for me to see germination coming out of the ground. I could have got that with just spreading the seed dry and watering. There was no point in that. So there was no point for me doing that. Now, I do think if you're having tall fescue, sure, you could do pre-germination. I still don't think it's worth it. Pete was showing some of the germination he did. I think he did ryegrass and it was 4 days. But even with tall fescue, 4 or 5 days, I've shown in past years on Instagram or whatever, I've had germination with tall fescue in 5 days. Not everywhere, but most of the areas I did with peat moss. So I just don't feel like with tall fescue, it's worth it unless you're doing it on a bank, unless you have like a hurricane coming or something, and you're like, hey, this could get washed out. I want to hurry up. Let me pre-germinate, throw it out there, get it established, and hopefully it will. Maybe there's special circumstances. Kentucky bluegrass, I think it is 100% worth it because you're talking about 3 weeks of a time frame for that seed to stay in place and germinate. That's a long time. I think pre-germination is absolutely worth it for a Kentucky bluegrass person or a lawn care owner. So that's my thoughts on it. I probably won't mess with it again. I don't think it was worth doing what I did, putting myself through the trouble that I did, but it made for a cool YouTube video, and that's really my thoughts there. So, but in regards to the job that I did at the project lawn, guys, I think it's going to look awesome. I think that Jonathan Green lawn is going to look dark green. One of the marketing things that Jonathan Green talks about is it's such a dark green, you don't have to fertilize all the time because it's automatic. It's already looking green and nice and healthy, and I believe that to be true. We've seen that over in this section where I've planted some Jonathan Green in my lawn. So I'm super excited to see what this lawn looks like and be able to mow it for the first time later on in this fall, getting it prepared for basketball season up at the church. And we've got some events happening in October, actually beginning in November. It should be ready by then, so I'm excited to show you. We'll likely go there on Friday. So pre-germination, it went okay for me. Don't think I'm gonna mess with it again. So just wanted to give you my thoughts on that. The second thing I wanted to mention, we're not going to get into it a whole lot today because it's raining. It's going to rain again, and so I'm limited on my time, and rain keeps ruining my videos. I don't know about you guys, but up at the project lawn, one of the next things we're going to be doing coming up on probably Friday's video is we're going to be messing with an insecticide. When the temperature's cooling down, bugs have been coming out the woodwork here in central North Carolina. I open the windows. There's a freaking big fat spider right there. There's right here in the vision behind the camera. There's spiders in the corner of the gutters here. There's one right here by the window. I had to tear one down at the shed down here. A big web was in the front of the porch. They're everywhere. And at the project lawn, I'm seeing ant mounds everywhere as well. So if you're seeing it, we've got the solution for you. We're going to talk about that. If you're new to my channel, then you want to stay tuned to Friday. Hopefully that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into insecticide. It is a pet friendly, pet safe, very safe chemical called Bifin that we're going to be talking about in a particular form. It's very cheap. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Do My Own. We'll have links in the description. We're going to be applying that, and within 1 day, you can get rid of fire ants out of your lawn. So stay tuned for that. But I'm seeing a lot of the insects come out. I've seen a couple snakes when I was mowing the other day, little guys like this, water snakes or whatnot. And they just obviously run away. But I did also last night, before we got a lot of rain this morning, I have had areas in my lawn where look at that squirrel. He's over there just digging in my lawn. Can you see that? You can't see it. Hey, get out of here. Freaking squirrel digging in my lawn. Before all the rain this morning, I did it is total opposite of the project lawn from my lawn. I started way too early. I had higher soil temps. I did not aerate. So I have had no confidence in growing grass on my lawn, and it shows. It's so spotty. It looks good. The color looks good, but it's just, I think as it gets colder, it's going to look better. But I've had to fix so many areas. I had to fix this area behind the camera last night. Garden weasel seed. Same thing in the middle of the lawn. You can't really see it right now. It's more over here. But I had to garden weasel a big, large area, throw down more seed. We've had good natural rain. So hopefully in the coming days and weeks, that will kind of produce new grass. But I feel so confident at the project lawn because of the work and the effort and doing it the proper way I put in. We did a lot of testing on this lawn, and I don't have any confidence. So it's night and day. And I look at my lawn and I'm like, I'm ready for the cold weather. I'm ready for some of this seed that I've sown to germinate. And I hope that it gets to looking better in my own lawn. But I know that up at the church, I'm just excited to see what that new Jonathan Green grass is gonna look like. So no more chasing squirrels. I'm gonna end it here, but thank you for tuning in. Check out Friday's video, and then who knows, Monday, you may be seeing the fertilizer video because of all the rain we've got. I've seen a lot of hurricanes. We got a hurricane coming up Florida. We've got activity in the tropics. So who knows how that's gonna affect us here in North Carolina. Gonna have to throw this in. I don't know how doing this, remaking this video, I have to throw this in. I should have mentioned this the first time, but in regards to germination of the seed that we sowed on Friday, I checked at church on Sunday, as I mentioned in that video, no germination on Sunday. And Saturday night, we actually had some natural rain. Sunday, still no sign of germination. Again, that's why I feel like the pre-germination was a waste of time. However, Monday afternoon after work, I came by, stopped at the church. Here's a picture of it. We did have germination on Monday. So 4 days until we had ryegrass popping up through the peat moss. So that's good to see. And I have, again, that's why I have the utmost confidence in this process. But what's the point of pre-germinating that blend when it took 4 days to see grass coming up, right? So another reason why I wanted to show you the picture. We do have grass, so on Friday when we're out there, you'll be able to see, you'll be like, wow, that grew really fast. Well, it took 4 days, and so hopefully by Friday when we show you that, it will be taken off. But God bless you guys. Forgot to throw that in. Sorry it's kind of jumbled in this video, but thank you for those that continue to watch. Like the video. Friday we'll talk about insecticide, and we'll show you that baby grass here soon. God bless. See you next time.